You know, something that I really think is funny is that if you stand right inside an Ender Dragon head and you look at the nostrils and you like move, it kind of looks like the nostrils are the eyeballs, and it's kind of like it's looking at you in different directions, and it's kind of funny looking. I just thought I'd point that out. Hey, this is Pokeball 35, and welcome back to Minecraft Survival with quality of life data packs. In the last episode, I just kind of chilled out and mined Obsidian and talked. This is in fact a new snapshot I'm in. It seems like I'm recording new episodes and new snapshots. And I actually want to read some of these patch notes real quick. It says, in this snapshot, you can be on your merry way across the beautiful soul sand valleys in your freshly enchanted boots. It's a bit scary, to be fair, so these boots will help you out a bit. So they added a new enchantment called Soul Speed to your boots. Shine your boots of choice with this soul-sucking enchantment to speed around on soul sand and soul soil. There's a downside, however. Enchantments will slowly degrade your boots each soul block you walk on. Can only be obtained by bartering with pesky piglins. Interesting. So you can't actually enchant them. You have to get the enchantment from the piglins, which is interesting. Also, twisting vines grow upwards, and there's also nether gold. There's nether gold ore in the nether now in new chunks. I don't want to go get those yet. And there's also changes. Bone meal can be used to grow kelp, weeping vines, and twisting vines. Hoes are now appropriate tools for mining hay, targets, dried kelp blocks, shroomlights, nether warp blocks, warped blocks, doors, rails, buttons, pressure plates, redstone, and more can now be placed on soul sand and full layer snow blocks. Soul sand with a rail on top will no longer slow down minecarts. TNT and campfires will now ignite when burning, when hit by a burning projectile. Bell blocks will now ring when hit by any projectile. Neat. And before I get into what I want to do this episode, there's a huge thing here. It says, before we dive into the snapshot, you're worried about redstone. This was the first thing in the thing, but I'm reading it last. Redstone is one of the coolest things in Minecraft, and many of you members of the community that focus on building mind-blowing redstone contraptions, farms, computing machines, and 256 piston doors. A lot of redstone behavior is currently categorized as undefined. This is when behavior of the block is not the result of intentional code, but a side effect of unaccounted edge cases or quirks in the game code. We know that many players consider undefined behavior as a very interesting aspect of redstone and enjoy experimenting with using undefined behavior to build unique contraptions to share with the rest of the community. However, the quirks of undefined behavior can be quite surprising. Even when building simple contraptions, this quirkiness can be a negative experience for players new to redstone and may turn them away from this very unique and exciting aspect of Minecraft, as well as the vast redstone community behind it. Our goal is to bring all redstone components up to a level of quality that we are happy with, and we will be making adjustments where it makes the most sense with redstone going forward. And then they have a link to the feedback website. So that's just the thing that's there about redstone and stuff. It's neat. I just wanted to read that stuff out loud. In this particular episode, I want to do one of my favorite pastimes. In Minecraft specifically, because I do not do this in real life. We are going to take 2 string and 3 sticks, and we're just going to make a fishing rod, okay? We're going to make a fishing rod. I'm going to enchant it. I'm surprised I haven't made a fishing rod up to this point. I would really much like the Unbreaking 3 on this, but let's place some of these. I really don't want the Unbreaking 1 on it. I want something different. Do I have any books in here? I have 5 books in here. Oh, Feather Falling 1. Don't mind if I do. Can I not get Unbreaking 1, please? This is coming off the enchanting table. Did I just click Smite 2 and it became Power 1? I could have sworn I just clicked Smite 2 and it became Power 1. I'm very confused. It doesn't tell me what the enchant is. Oh, I physically can't click that. Nice enchanting bug. Alright, well, I guess I'm going with this fishing rod here instead, I guess. I just want to go chill and talk. I love just Minecraft fishing. It's just a good thing, and you get good items from it. So we're just going to go all the way over to this lake, and we're just going to go fish, and we're going to talk about stuff. We go all the way over here. I will eventually go try and get that stuff from the piglins. There is a lot of squid over here. Let's go to a different part of the lake. Let's see. Let's do some ice fishing right here. In this little patch of water. And we're just going to sit here and we're just going to do stuff. So, one thing I wanted to bring up. Hell yeah, fishy business. One thing I wanted to bring up in particular is that recently on my stream, I have been playing a game known as Ori and the Blind Forest. And I've heard so many great things about Ori and the Blind Forest. I've had it in my Steam library for years because I got it during a Steam sale and I was like, I'll play it eventually. So I finally decided, since I've been on a platformer binge recently with the stuff that I've been streaming, I was like, why not? I'll finally play it. And I think I'm in a vast minority here. I really don't like the game. Like, it's a visual masterpiece. It looks so incredibly good. But, you know, like, it's a platformer, and the platforming is supposed to be good in a platformer. And I think Ori controls very floaty. I really don't like the way she moves. It's very hard to get on specific platforms because she's so floaty. And I'm not a huge fan of the plot. I kind of don't really know what's going on. Like, I'm about halfway through the game at this point, and I don't really know if I want to continue. I stopped, if anyone's played the game before, I stopped at the wind element area. Like, as soon as you get there, there's like an ice orb you carry to walk over fire, but I'll get to that. I thought the game was pretty decent at first, just because it was like, it was neat. It was doing something nice. You get a bunch of abilities as you go on, so you can progress and you can backtrack to other areas. It's standard Metroidvania stuff. And I think one of the abilities you get pretty early on is something that allows you to, like, bounce off of enemy projectiles, and, like, it's called a bash ability, which doesn't really make any sense, but it's really cool, and I like that. Ooh, this is something I wanted to get. Here we go, Unbreaking 3 Mending. That's what I wanted to get. Mostly just doing fishing, you get experience, so, like, I have an infinity fishing rod now. Look at my luck. You having a good time over here, dude? You just mad chilling? But yeah, I think some of the abilities that you can get in the game are pretty cool. Is that clownfish? Hell yeah. I think some of the abilities you get in the game are pretty cool. And then I finally got to what you could call the Lost Woods-esque area, where you're like, it's a forest, and it's mysterious, and you get teleported everywhere. That pretty much turned me off from the entire game. Like, I can get behind Lost Woods-esque areas, but just some of the stuff that was going on, you'd have to, like, watch my VOD to, like, understand fully where I'm coming from. But I just was not having a good time. Like, with how Ori controlled, part of that whole place was, whole place was my fault with name tag. Was my fault because I completely forgot there was an ability you got beforehand, which is like a paraglider thing from Breath of the Wild. Like, you hold it out and you glide. That's what I'm specifically getting is pufferfish. I want to go to an ocean temple at some point. I need pufferfish for that. I completely lost my train of thought because of that pufferfish. But yeah, the paraglider thing. Like, I completely forgot that was a thing, because you use it one time to get into that area, specifically. And then you don't use it again until halfway through, the forest area. And by that point, I had completely forgotten... Squid died over there. I had completely forgotten that that was an ability, and I spent like 5 minutes trying to do this platforming section. I'm like, oh... I realized later on that I was supposed to use the paraglider thing. Man, even in 2020, squids do not know how to survive. They still suck. So yeah, there's that. And this one section, like, one of the main mechanics of the game is that you get this blue stuff. And the blue stuff allows you to use one of your, abilities, but it also allows you to save the game at any time. And if you die, you go back to your last save point. The game does not autosave in the slightest. There is no such thing as autosave in this game. To my knowledge. So you have to get this blue stuff in order to save, and you have to save like every 2 seconds because there's always like a hard platforming segment or like a really tough enemy up ahead, and you die pretty easy. And even when playing on normal mode, you die pretty easy. So like, there's that, and there's some points where I just forget to save, and I have to go back, which isn't like too terrible because I didn't really go very far. But the thing in particular that just pissed me off the most was that at the very end of this forest segment, you fight a mini-boss. The game actually does autosave before the mini-boss. So you save before the mini-boss, but the game doesn't give you any blue stuff afterwards. So you beat the mini-boss, and then you have to take this MacGuffin. It teleports you back to the beginning of the forest, and you have to go through a platforming thing where there's a projectile coming at you from behind, and you have to jump over it, and you have to constantly drop it to defeat enemies and stuff. And if you die during any part of that segment, it's back to the mini-boss, because you can't save if you don't have any blue stuff like I did. So I was just straight up there for like 20 minutes, probably, refighting the mini-boss, picking up the MacGuffin, and trying to get back to the beginning. It was not a fun experience, and I'm like, I want to play up to where the element is, because these things are like the main collectibles, you have to get them to go to the final area. And I want to play up to the thing, and then I make it to this temple where I have to pick up an ice orb, and it allows me to walk over fire stuff. And this stuff has like anti-gravity mechanics. Where's this zombie? This stuff has anti-gravity mechanics in it. So you're walking up the walls, but this game doesn't have common anti-gravity physics in it, where you're going up the wall. You hold left, you go up the wall, and you'd instinctively want to press up to continue going up the wall, like a lot of other games do. But no, you keep holding left, and then eventually you get on the ceiling, and your character is walking to the right, but you're still holding left. And I'm like, now this game controls awful, and I just don't want to play it anymore. I had originally wanted to play the game for like 2 hours that day for the stream and switch to Pokemon, but I'm like, I just have to stop. This game is just not good. I'm not having fun with it. And I will continue to not have fun with it, probably. I think, like, as of the day I'm recording this, I think Ori 2, whatever the sequel is, just came out today. I'm like, good for anyone who wants to play it, but I don't think I'm picking it up. I think I had my fill of the game, and I might just cancel my stream series, because I'm like, I straight up do not care about the game anymore. I was curious about it. I spent my money on it 3 years ago, so there's no way I'm returning it now to Steam. I'm like, it was just a bad purchase, and I fully accept that it was a bad purchase. Ups at some point. I also have Rain World that I bought, which is apparently an amazing game from what I've heard from... That's bothering me. From the friends that I have who've played it, and etc, etc. So I'll give Rain World a shot eventually. I know that game's really long. And also, a friend of mine recently gifted me Okami on Steam, Okami HD, because they had a Humble Bundle, and the game was free, and I'm like, alright, I've wanted to play Okami for years, so I'll play that at some point. It's not particularly a platformer, it's just an adventure kind of game. Let's cook this stuff up. So I'm like, I'll play those games eventually, but I think I've had my fill of Ori and the Blind Forest. Kind of don't really want to play it anymore. There's me ranting for like half the episode. Also, excuse my... I don't know why I'm going in there. Excuse my noise trash that happens to me a bunch. That's what I'm going to call it, instead of what it actually is, because I think it's funny calling it noise trash. So yeah, there's my rant of the episode. What other stuff can I talk about? Yeah, wasn't there a creeper that exploded here or something? It looks very unnatural. I don't remember. Trying to think of some other stuff I can talk about. And there are so many squids here. Oh, speaking of squids, Splatoon stuff. As of this recording, just last night, I wasn't really doing much, so I streamed some extra Splatoon late at night, and it was playing some Rainmaker. It was Walleye Warehouse and Camp Sugarfish Rainmaker. And I was like, there's no way I can pass this up. So I'm like, yeah, I'll definitely play this. Oh, tripwire hook. So I did, and I went 18 games won, 2 games lost during the rotation, all using the Aerospray MG. If you want to learn more about how I use that, I do have a video all about how I use the Aerospray MG in Rainmaker. And I got myself up to 2476 points. And I still stand by that if you say that the Aerospray is bad, any of the 3, you are very ignorant, you are not open-minded, you are very ignorant, and you don't know how to aim. Thems be the facts. Because it's such a easy thing to play. That's why I play it. I enjoy it because of how much it paints up, and it's you say its accuracy is bad, but like, it's very easy to get kills with this thing. It's meant to be a short-range weapon. I still think the vanilla Splooshomatic is just a bad kit, but I think the Splooshomatic could be powerful in the right hands. I have a friend who is, ever since the Splooshomatic 7 came out, has played nothing but the Splooshomatic 7, and already has max turf covered with it. They play this thing non-stop. They've gotten to 2,600 points in a mode with the Splooshomatic 7. So obviously the Splooshomatic is not a bad weapon, and obviously the Aerospray is not a bad weapon. You just have to be a person who knows how to play the weapon. I am in a very niche part of the Splatoon community where I know how to play this weapon. So that's that done with. Also, as of this recording, I'm recording this on March 11th. Yesterday was March 10th, being Mario Day, and I had streamed the entirety of Super Mario World. I actually had a reason to plug in this stupid SNES Classic Edition, because I just have this thing. I wanted it so I could mod it and play Chrono Trigger, and then I realized later that apparently the DS version of Chrono Trigger is the better version. I've never played the game before, and I hear so many good things about Chrono Trigger. So I was like, ooh, leather boots. So I was like, yeah, I will play it eventually, like a lot of other games on my backlog. So I haven't modded it. It's been there. It's been sitting here for like 3 years. I'm like, I'll just play Super Mario World. Nautilus Shell. Completely forgot about this. I've never made a conduit before. That might be something I could do for this series, is trying to make a conduit so I can make, like, breathe underwater. Like, those things have existed for, like, over a year now. Still haven't made one. Also, something I haven't done, we need to go to an ocean at some point. 1, to find an ocean monument temple thing. And 2, to find some some buried ships, shipwrecks, and find buried treasure maps. Because you can get diamonds and stuff in there, you can get nautilus shells in there, and treasure maps to get more stuff. And emeralds and that stuff. This is one of the first survival worlds in a while where I haven't spawned near an ocean to be able to get that stuff done. And now it's 21 minutes into me recording, and I've run out of stuff to say. I'm really, really enjoying Breath of the Wild playing through that game again. There is so much about that game that I do remember, but oh my god, it is such an absolute masterpiece of a video game. Like, I just can't stop playing it. I just love it too much. Like, even when I stop streaming it, like, I want to keep playing it, but I don't because I'm streaming it, and I don't want to, like, make progress off stream because I want to have the whole experience there. But I had played it. I, like, went to my regular save file again because I'm playing it in master mode on stream. I went to my regular save file again. I just played it in handheld mode, and oh my god, I just got hit with, like, the biggest wave of nostalgia. Also, I'm just going to take a screenshot. There. I got hit with the biggest wave of nostalgia for when the Switch first came out. And I was just sitting in my bed, just playing the game. I'm like, oh my god, I want those memories back. Like, I had those memories. Like, if there was one game in the entire world... Okay, thank you, water bottle. If there's one game in the entire world that I could forget everything about and play it again, it would probably be Breath of the Wild or Undertale. Because Undertale, I kind of messed with my experience with that game. It is by far one of my top 5 favorite games of all time. Absolutely. Like, Undertale means so much to me. But my story, I could tell this story. I don't think I've ever told this story in a video. My story... The hell you going? Get over here. My story with Undertale is that I was playing Splatoon. And there was this post in the hub in Splatoon on Wii U. Someone had made a post of Sans. And it said, "Who is this man? Why am I seeing him everywhere?" And then I looked up... I don't remember what I looked up, but I think I found someone's Tumblr page or something. And it was like a gif of Sans on Papyrus. And I'm like, oh, it's, I guess, from a new game that came out. And then I saw Steam Train on the Game Grumps YouTube channel was playing it. And I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. Ooh, lily pad. I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. I'll check out what they're doing. And then I watched the first episode. And then I watched the second episode. And then I watched the third episode. And then I watched the whole series. And then I found out Vinesauce Joel had played the game. And then I watched that whole series. I understood pretty much everything about the game inside and out before I bought it for myself that Christmas. Because that game came out in September, and I watched all these Let's Plays in, like, October, I think. So, there's that. And then when I got it for myself, I've played Undertale all the way through at least 6 times. Like, couple Pacifist, couple Genocide. I just love that game. That's pretty much all I got to say about that. Let me go over here and toss these boots and these bowls. Wait. Well, I missed something there, but I don't want this stuff clogging my inventory. And the tripwire hook. I really don't need the tripwire hook. The fish can go here. What's that? The sun's going down again. Come on. It feels like I just started. Just started fishing again. Come on, give me something good. Give me something good. Come here. Come here. I'm so glad I got this Unbreaking 3 mending fishing rod immediately. That is like amazing luck. I don't remember how much of a % chance that is to get. I just need to get like lure and luck of the sea fishing rods and just anvil these together, and that way I have the infinity fishing rod. But I would just sit in like survival multiplayer servers that I had with friends, and I would just sit down. I'd have like a little lake that I made by my base, make like a little bench, and I'd just sit there and fish and get experience. And meanwhile, all my friends would make auto fishers. There's like a little contraption you can make. And then you can like make like a macro for an auto clicker. And then it just lets you get infinite experience and fish and books and etc. etc. And people want to cheat and make auto fishers. I've never made an auto fisher. I've never used an auto fisher. I just want to fish the old-fashioned way with a good old right click and wait. Meanwhile, I will never fish in real life. I think I've done it like one time years ago, and I don't remember anything about it. And just to fill space for the rest of this episode, I'm going to put this water bottle down here. I'm going to dump my inventory and just go trade with some piglins. The pufferfish can go in there. Nautilus shell can go in my ender chest. Boom, boom. Drop the fish. Those can go in there. Those can go in there. And put my gold boots on. Gonna take all this gold. We're gonna go see what the piglins can give me. Hopefully I can get whatever this new soul enchantment is. I don't know why I took the carrots out of my inventory. I kind of need those. There's also like a 0.05 chance for like you can get like a netherite hoe from these guys. Alright, those are zombified piglins. Where be my regular piglins at? I know in later snapshots there's definitely gonna be like structures or something like that the piglins will spawn in. And we'll go find one of those whenever that happens, so I don't really want to generate too many more new nether chunks. I still need to find a warped forest. Still haven't done that yet. That needs to be something that I need to do. Come on. How is there no piglins? There were so many piglins on previous snapshots. Here's where I killed some. Back when they were zombie pigmen, and they're no longer zombie pigmen. I'm so confused at how this just spawned. I've been here multiple times. I was like, wait a second. Why are there magma blocks? This is one of the netherite dungeons. How the hell did one of these spawn in already existing chunks? That actually makes no sense. I'm like legitimately like so confused as to why this is here. I also need to stop calling these things netherite. They're ancient debris and they give you netherite. And there's a piece of obsidian. Right there. That's so weird. But like, okay. If you say so. Oh god, and the hoglins. The hoglins! They hurt! I forgot, they actually, like, kill you now. Okay, no. Okay. They do a lot more damage than I thought. It might be because I'm wearing gold boots and not my netherite boots. But they do a lot more damage than I thought. Why do they do so much damage? I'm gonna extend the episode a couple minutes, because I really want to find some piglins and trade with them, or barter with them. So I'll make this go like a couple more minutes than normal. How are these spawning in existing chunks? I'm legit so confused. I mean, you know, this is a piglin spawner, actually. Why are you shooting me? Why are you shooting me? It's because I'm... Oh, it's because I mined the gold. It's because I mined the gold. Here, no, take that. A piece of regular obsidian. These guys are supposed to be chill with me, though. Oh, there's another piece of gold there. I could probably abuse this system. I'm gonna leave that other gold block there. Let me toss you and you out of here and you. Where'd they go? They're up here. Come here. Here. Take it. I need to know how the spawning mechanics for that stuff works, though, because that's so strange. Hey, another crying obsidian. Apparently, crying obsidian was originally made in, like, older versions of Minecraft, and then was gotten rid of. Like, I knew it was an unused item. It was apparently supposed to make it so you could set your spawn point in the nether, which I think that might be what it's being implemented for now. But I'm not using... Ooh, magma cream, I need that. Nether quartz I can toss. Here, let me actually place my shulker box. Oh, it's because I opened my own shulker box that you're mad at me? Really? It's my own shulker box. It's my own shulker box. Why are you mad? Iron nuggies? Okay, dude, your sword hurts. Ender pearls, though? Really, what are you doing? That's a lot of iron nuggies. Yo, give me all these items, though. Just toss a bunch of gold on the ground. Give me all of these blocks. That's and nether brick. Ooh, fire charges? Okay, I need to, like, not have the raw pork chop. Okay, we chill now? Where? I'm gonna get rid of all of my gold that I currently have. I'm not gonna uncraft the blocks. I don't know why I threw that as zombie piglin. That's not how that works. Yo, this is a good way to get ender pearls in vanilla without looting. I really wish this was here before. That's so many ender pearls. That's a full stack of ender pearls. Well, I'm gonna pick up the raw pork. I don't need the nether bricks. Oh, that's interesting. I guess we have those structures that just now show up in existing chunks, which makes absolutely no sense, but in future episodes I will barter more with the piglins and get whatever from them. I'm not really gonna go home here, but thank you very much for watching this episode of Minecraft Survival with Quality of Light Data Packs. Thank you for listening to me rant. I know not a lot of exciting stuff is happening considering I've beaten the dragon and done a wither now. It's just more preparations for future stuff. And I will see you in other episodes when I do that and stuff and things and stuff. I still don't know how to do outros. I've been doing YouTube for a whole year and I still don't know how to do outros.